Does Katt Williams know something? I'm gonna jump right into it. Let y'all know what I think about this Katt Williams interview and some gems that might have got missed.
I'm one of the richest men that ever lived. I saw my net worth. I had that on me.
It makes sense.
Jesus was poor.
They had the amenities they had back then, okay?
Not more than gold. Gold was the amenity of that time. Gold still running.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Today, I want to discuss a hot topic for everybody. It's the Katt Williams Shannon Sharpe interview. In that video is a lot of stuff that was said that a lot of people have been talking about. It's been all over the web, all over mainstream, all over social media. But I noticed a few things in the video. One thing in particular that I want to talk about in this video that I think he said that went over a lot of people's head when it comes to wealth management and all that good stuff. I found that a lot of information was given out in this video, and a lot of it was said in a certain way that for the people who it was meant to hear could hear it. For the people who may not be familiar with the topics, they probably completely missed it. So with that being said, I want to jump into what brought me to this video. Let me share the screen right quick with y'all. Where is it? All right, so I was on Facebook and I came across this post right here where a bunch of people were kind of like laughing about Katt Williams' net worth compared to Steve Harvey's net worth. And the person who posted this, who's my friend that posted it, of course, she was disagreeing with the post for the most part. I think this is fake altogether. But what I want to show you guys is, and I'm not going to jump into the comments on this, but there was a lot of people who felt that Stevie Harvey was a better comedian, better person because he had a higher net worth as far as what's being reported. I want to start off by saying how I personally think a lot of people are idiots. And I said I was going to stop using that term, but I realized it's the perfect term for what people actually do. And I want to show you guys the reason why, and I'm going to jump into everything. All right, let me move this out of the way so I can see. All right, so the term idiot means a stupid person. Let's look up what stupid means. Lack of intelligence, lack of common sense. Let's look up some synonyms. Ignorant, mindless, foolish, slow. So basically, I want to start off showing this by saying when I say idiot or stupid, it's not necessarily in a derogatory fashion. It just means someone who's slow to the situation, someone who's ignorant to the facts. Anyone can be slow, stupid, or ignorant to the facts if they don't know the facts. With that being said, let's jump into this and all the information that Katt Williams said that kind of went over people's heads, especially the people who are stupid or ignorant to the facts. So when y'all hear me say that, because I say it a lot, I'm not at all using it in a derogatory way. That was a perfect next scene for this. But let me get into it. The video, I'm going to be bouncing around, but I noticed that within about a 10-minute segment of this video, Katt kind of bounced around a certain topic. So within this 10-minute segment, I want to pick a few things out and give some commentary on it. Let's see here. Starting at 146 minutes into the interview.
Watch. God's people ain't that few.
Prince. You met Prince.
Prince is a friend of mine.
You mentioned Prince, and I'm going to come back to this later on and tie all this in together.
He was a friend of mine.
What was those conversations? Because look.
Yeah, he was unlike anybody in the world. He was.
Notice how he was watching.
He was just an amazing individual. I was able to meet him when I was 12, and I knew him my entire life through all of his changes. I was able to assist him many times. If you go look at Prince's car collection, you'll see that Prince don't have not one car Katt Williams ain't got. He got the Prowler from Friday After Next sitting there. He got the same Bentley as me, because we share certain things. Our connection was lyrics, musical lyrics, women, and cars. And those are the areas where he trusted my opinion on things. And that's where I got to be helpful in his life. And he was helpful in mine in really all different types of ways, especially about the business, as far as being a Black man that was rich in this business at 18 years old, had already did his first $1 million contract, had already broken records, was determined that he didn't want to be like anybody else, was so great of a guitar player that Black people just stopped caring about guitar, and he got left out on a limb and somehow still had to create his way out of that. He was just really a 1 in a billion type person. I was lucky to know him.
Now I showed that clip to show notice that he just said that Prince was his friend, and one of the biggest things that he looked up to Prince for, outside of what Prince looked at him for, was Prince's business knowledge, what he knew in business. So basically, through his life, Prince acted, as far as their relationship, he acted as a business mentor. And this is going to make sense why he would have Prince as a business mentor and what he's saying, why he's saying what he's saying. Just follow this all the way through.
Country. The fact that every time I do a tour or a special, you think, well, that's sponsored by somebody. Somebody did a good job. No, just the guy they're kicking around. Just the one that might mentally not be all there. He's the one picking the outfits, writing this guy's material, booking the shows, making sure he gets there. He's the one hiring the other comedians. But hey, I knew that that's the end goal. So if that's the end goal and I'm there when I start, why would I deviate from that?
Right.
He just said that he writes, schedules everything, does everything that a manager would do, does everything that his road crew would do, everything that his team would do. He basically sets up himself. He doesn't have a big, excuse me, he does independently. He doesn't have a big corporation to do it for him. He does everything independently. Mind you, going back to people being idiots, to people being unaware of the situation, going back to this original post where people assume that Steve Harvey would have a higher net worth than Katt Williams, even though these numbers are probably fake. Just the fact that people would have this assumption based off of the amount of things that they see and the production that they see versus actual what's happening behind the scenes. Let's keep all this in mind. Let's see here. I want to move forward in this video a little bit.
You said 8?
How often you want to make them?
Oh, you said 8? I mean, like
right.
5, 6, 7, 8?
Got to be 10 million to qualify, yeah. So what I'm saying.
All right, so he just said that you have to. He didn't. You guys didn't hear the full thing, but he was just saying. Excuse me. He was just basically saying that you need 8 figures or at least $10 million for him to do a special such as a Netflix special. For each special that he does, he wants at least $10 million. Now I just showed you guys. He's doing this independently, so everything would, for the most part, go to him. He's paying all of his guys, managing everything himself. $10 million, at least $10 million per special. Let's go back. People think he has a net worth of $2 million. Stupidity. Let's keep it going.
Saying is, once you're at that level, how many would you do? I'd be willing to bet you say, every time you turn around, I'm gonna be doing another one. Hey. I think that's what you would say if you was any good.
Yeah,
and like I said, with 12 comedy specials, why do I need to be in these conversations with these specialist people?
So he's done 12 specials. Even if he hasn't been paid $10 million plus a special, if he's managing everything himself, he's still making money off these in the future. So the money's going to come, which is probably why he's charging Netflix and other places at least $10 million. So if he has 12 specials, he owns them all, and they're bringing in $10 million a piece. To me, that sounds like at least a net worth of $120 million. And that's what you still holding the rights based off of what he just said. And that's just on those specials alone for right now.
Say it ain't got.
All right, the next thing I want to show y'all, check this out. So, based off of what we just calculated, he could have at least $120 million off just specials alone, and it could be more. These are off the specials. This is not including the tours and all the other stuff that's come from it. So there's no telling how much money he actually has, especially with him owning the rights. And if you know anything about owning the rights, the people who don't own the rights, you can see them a whole lot, but the person who you don't see as much, if they own everything, they're probably still making more money. Let me show y'all this.
You mean they don't get them? No, God don't.
This is basically another important thing. How is he spending the money? I feel like if people are going to complain about what somebody's making, what they're doing with their money, they should also look at how it's being spent. And if it's being done in the right way, why really complain? So check this out. Goes along with that stupidity that we mentioned again.
Operate like that. He was sending a dummy like me to come and take care of that. Just so that the right thing happens. That's how the universe works. But because remember, what am I spending my money on? I'm not spending my money on strippers.
I think Katt's broke, but what is he spending his money on? He's telling you that he really doesn't spend money on it.
I ain't spending them on drugs. Like what? Because if I go in a strip club, I'm only trying to get her out of there.
Yeah.
I have no intention of her or any other people being in this position. If I see a girl I like at the strip club, I'm telling her, you don't have to strip no more after this. This could be your last day. How about that? What would it be like just to leave it all?
We get into something with this, though.
I don't even want you to go get your purse. Just leave it. And we get new ID. We get new ID and credit card and social security card.
We don't need none of that.
None of that.
This life don't look good on you.
Hey, the Migos, do you help them get out of financial situation?
I don't think we ever, as a nation, can remember a time that the Migos were financially unsuccessful.
I'm going to just leave that piece right there. That let you know a little bit more about where he's coming from and how he's moving with it. Let's see here.
Like when I do something good, I'm really not doing it for the gram. It's not for any of that. I'm just doing it because it's good to do.
I appreciate that. I don't know if this is true, but I did read that comedians on your show say that women sometimes would bring them money and not say where it came from.
Say that again?
Comedians would say women would bring them money and not say where it came from.
Right. So I'm not a feminist like a feminist would be, but I do believe that that in my camp, like if I had 35 people in my camp, right? I believe that other than 4 jobs, I believe that a woman is better at any of them jobs than any man could be.
Okay.
So 10 of these jobs, no man can work because I'd rather a female be there. If I gotta smell anybody's breath, I want it to be hers. I don't want none of you crusty. So what I'm saying is, if in a staffing issue, I'm gonna have 75% women just because I prefer them. Right. I don't prefer to hear 2 guys talking in the corner. I prefer to hear 2 ladies talking in the corner. I don't care what they're talking about. I just prefer that. So a lot of times I will utilize ladies to convey a message. If a comedian is doing a great job somewhere in the country, he just did a masterful set and nobody's gonna pay him. They just clapping. And I know he's broke as shit back there. Wouldn't it be nice if somebody just showed up and gave him a little blessing? And he didn't have to suck me off for it. And thanks, Katt. And just, boy, I really needed it. Why would you do that? If you was actually just trying to help people, you would.
I'm telling you, bro, and it just
people know that's how I pay my tithes. If I got paid $100,000 to be at your city, I'm gonna take 10,000 of that and put it in your homeless area. Not because I got.
Bam. So once again, Buddy is making his money, saving his money, and giving money to help people also. But people complain and criticize and compare it to other individuals. Next thing I want to show y'all, well, I'm not even going to show y'all. I'm going to go ahead and skip through this. The guy, from my understanding, adopted 7 kids, has 10 kids, but adopting 7 kids, giving 10% to charity. And he said he does this in every city that he goes to. Whenever every show, he gives 10% to the community that he goes to. This is the last and final thing that I want y'all to see, and it ties everything together, even going all the way back to that first Prince segment that I showed y'all. Like I said, this is all within the 10-minute span of the interview. This almost 3-hour interview that they did.
If I told you that was my aim, you could understand where I'm at. Like, I promise you, no jealousy, no bitterness, none of that. I got exactly what I was trying to get. I haven't been shorted in any way.
I mean, 7, 8 kids, single. You gonna get married?
You remember the conversation where it was me?
Yes.
And I didn't know what was going to happen to my 2 little brothers, and it was just going to be out there?
Yes.
So when it gone full circle, and I'm one of the richest men that ever lived. And
he said he's one of the richest men that ever lived. A lot of people are laughing about this comment. This is the reason that I made this video. He said that he's one of the richest men that ever lived. Why would he feel that way? Of course, if you're a millionaire in the world, you're in the top 1%. You're probably in the top 0.1%. He said that he's one of the richest men that ever lived. Why would he make that statement? Keep it in mind that Prince is his friend and one of his business mentors. Keep on listening.
I don't mean, please don't look at my net worth. I saw my net worth. I had that on me.
I saw my net worth and I had that on me.
I swear to God. What I'm saying is, like,
listen, it's laughable.
I'm saying my net worth is less than my last Netflix deal. You understand?
He said each Netflix deal is $10 million or more. No way his net worth could be $2 million. But listen for the gem.
I'm telling you,
it makes sense.
But I'm fine. Jesus was poor. Jesus ain't had nothing. So why don't be mad? You say I don't have nothing.
They had the amenities they have back then, okay?
Say it again.
We got different amenities now.
Not more than gold. Gold was the amenity of that time. We still got gold. Gold still running.
They have no Rolls Royce. They got you.
Nobody caught that. Nobody paid attention to him talking about gold being the amenity of the past. In the past, just like now, gold was money. Governments treat gold as money. Citizens within the government trade fiat because they don't give them the money, because it would be a waste of time to give them the money, or a risk to give them the money. The governments trade the actual money. In the past, people traded money. Wealthy people today still trade real money and hold real money, which is commodities, gold, land, real assets.
You say I don't have nothing.
They had the amenities they have back then, okay?
Say it again.
We got different amenities now.
Not more than gold.
Why would he jump straight to that after mentioning his network and everything that he just mentioned in the last 10 minutes? He's storing a big portion of his wealth in gold.
Gold was the amenity of that time. We still got gold. Gold still running.
They have no Rolls Royce. They got
All right. Now I want to go back to what he said earlier where I started this, talking about Prince. Prince left behind $25 million in real estate. While a cash hoard, 27 gold bars. Why would he do that? I'm pretty sure those are kilo bars, which would be probably about $4 or $5 million. Why would he do that? Because it wouldn't get reported on his taxes. He wouldn't lose money. He wouldn't lose money through the taxes. He wouldn't lose as much on capital gains it's easier to hide the money and protect it, not necessarily hide it, but protect it against taxes if it's stored in taxes. So someone like Prince will have a low net worth because they aren't showing the money because they don't want to be taxed. If Katt Williams has spent his life following him in business, more than likely he's doing the same thing and just storing his money somewhere else. Stupid people, people who are ignorant to the facts, unaware of what's actually going on, especially financially, may not realize this. But it's a lot of gems in this video. It's a lot of stuff that Katt Williams is saying that people just are not watching. And with that being said, if you guys haven't checked out the interview, it's a lot of stuff in there. It's a very, 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 very interesting video. I just figured that that small gem probably went over a lot of people's head. If it went over your head, definitely send this video to somebody else. If you got any comments, leave it down below. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all do all the good stuff that you need to do for YouTube and all that stuff. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out.